everyone, a very warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. I'm going to be doing a reading for Libra, and this is for the 15th through the 20th of July. It's a short reading for this week. I'm just a little bit behind things. However, hopefully you will find some gems in here to help you. Time is fluid, so don't be too caught up on the dates. It is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, so pick what does fit for your situation and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below. And of course, if you're finding these readings helpful to you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, give me a comment, and of course, if you're not subscribed, don't forget to do that and click the notification bell. That way you'll get notification of my posts every time I upload a video. All right, Libra, let's see what's in store for you for the 15th through to the 20th of July. Okay, so Libra, we're going to just check out what the general theme is for you in this week. What's coming up for you, things that are unfolding. What's the energy around Libra at this time? And thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. As always, helping us to understand how things are unfolding. Okay, so we have the Princess of Swords here. She always reminds me of someone who's very, very clear about what she wants and what she wants to say and articulate. She looks as though she's got something on her mind, and that she is wanting to share this with other people. So I feel like she's in a very generous mood, and that she's feeling quite at home in herself in terms of being able to network with people, share what's on her mind, or even if it's just articulating for her own well-being. She's in that space of feeling at ease with herself in terms of communication. I feel that that continues on in a really positive way, because we've got the Ten of Cups energy here, which is letting us know there's really a lot of beautiful, loving energy around you at the moment, Libra. You're feeling like your needs are being met emotionally. You're feeling happy, fulfilled, perhaps in your work environment, home environment. Things are all coming together for you. And isn't that lovely? Beautiful to have after some challenging times that you've had recently. It's great to see things are improving here for you. Certainly this is on your mind, and this is your focus, and this is what you're desiring to have, is closer times with the people that you love, times to celebrate. You may even be spending some time remembering these moments that you've shared with family and friends recently. The Seven of Pentacles lets us know that you are still counting your pennies and watching how things are moving and changing. The seasons in your life are moving and changing, and you are aware of what it is that you need to save and put away for a rainy day. But you're sort of more in the mindset of like, what next? What do I need to do to grow and improve my situation? What are the next steps? And so you're spending a little bit of time and energy looking at what your options are and planning for things in your future. It may have something to do with next steps in terms of your emotional fulfillment and seeking to grow and improve your life in some way. Yeah. And you're putting a great deal of thought into it. You're doing some research. Sometimes you may be a little bit too heavy in your thinking and overthinking about things. So just be mindful that you don't overly worry or overly obsess about things, Libra. We know you've got a lot in your mind and you're doing your research. Perhaps a little bit of admin work is happening here. But just be mindful of how much of your energy that you put into it, that you don't overly exhaust yourself. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that, but it just feels like it's a little bit heavy for you. That's what the picture is showing us here. Looking at your options and just kind of perhaps a little bit heavy in your thinking and your worries there. It may be that you've come across some situations where you've got some bills to pay and it's affecting your current circumstances, so you're looking at what you can do to problem solve some of those situations for you. And how lovely that you have recently been able to enjoy family connection time. And I feel that if that's not happening right this minute, you have recently been enjoying connections with others and the support of others, and that's helped you to feel emotionally fulfilled. you know, you've shared moments together, meals together, times together. What else is coming up for Libra, please, Spirit, for the 15th through the 20th? We have the Fates card here, so it would seem that things are lining up for you, that there's elements of your life where it's destiny, and you know, the fates are being aligned here, as they say. Let's see. Sometimes we've got to accept the good and the bad in our life. You know, we talk about the karma of things. It's some things are meant to be, in terms of there's a reason for it. There are lessons to be learned, and it's all about our growth and our learning. It's also about, this card is also speaking about learning to accept things as they are. There are some things that happen in life that are out of our control, and there's nothing we can do about those particular things. And it's really about knowing what we can change and what we can't change in our life. Yeah. And as you're able to accept that too, that will help you to be more at peace, and to be able to focus on the positives that are coming your way, and to learn what you need to know about yourself and about your situation in your life, through acceptance, rather than, you know, why me, or, you know, having that resistance energy that sort of puts you in a place of being less empowered and more of a victim. If we can accept that there are some things in life that just happen that are not in our control, it takes the burden away from us, and it enables us to have space and room to co-create our life with Spirit, to create new things going forward. This card also speaks to those people about, you know, in terms of relationships, if you're in a situation where, you know, things haven't been working out with a special person in your life, or family members, or someone close to you, also recognising that you can't change other people. And even if there are things about them that you'd like to change, the secret is to accept them as they are, and not to try and make them into something that suits you. So that's a message for some of you out there. Yeah, be careful not to try to unconsciously or consciously mould or fit people into the way you want them to be, Libra. So, you know, if this has been something that you have a tendency to do in order to create your own sense of certainty and your own sense of happiness, you may be putting too much effort into trying to force other people to be a certain way, or to be more like you, because in doing that it gives you comfort, it gives you security that you have, you know, that person is more of an element that you can control because they're more like you. Yeah. Around issues to do with prosperity, there are some aspects of your life at the moment to do with your finances, which I feel that there is a bit of a focus here for you on your finances that you're a bit stressed about. There are some things that will be out of your control coming up, and again, Spirit is inviting you to accept what is around this matter. And there's a reason why things are unfolding the way they are, because you're being invited to accept what is 100%, because there's something here that there's an underlying purpose here that you can't yet see, that is going to better serve you going forward. And it may be that something's coming that you're unprepared for, and you may not understand it in the moment when it happens, but Spirit is saying don't resist that situation. Don't try to force fit a situation, or force something, or try to control something, or change something when really it's not within your control to change. Spirit is saying it's really better for you to let it go and accept it exactly as it is, because when you surrender to it, you'll end up making better choices as a result. And the situation needs to unfold naturally in the way that it needs to go, and as a result you'll have a better outcome for yourself personally. So a lot is coming from this Fates card about letting go of the desire to control people, to fit them into the way you'd like them to be, letting go of situations that are going to play out in terms of your finances. And I'm now seeing the bigger picture here that you know, you are concerned about your finances, but there's something's probably going to sort of eventuate that you don't have any control over. Interesting with these top cards here, for a lot of you Librans, you've been very vocal about things recently, which I did mention to the start of the reading, and you've been very vocal about your thoughts and your feelings and what have you, which is interesting. You're not too concerned about how people receive that message, and often the princess is not very skilled or as skilled, for instance, as the queen in how she delivers her message. It can come across sometimes a little harshly, and she can also find it difficult to express herself. She's got her sword tied up a little bit with her scarf, which is indicating that she's struggling to get the words out, even though she's got a lot of words inside to say. She's got a lot of things to say, but struggling to say them, and as a result she may not say it very well, or it may come out clumsily or only partially. And I'm saying that this is your energy, Libra. And it may have something to do with you communicating to family and to loved ones. Your desires around that. Yeah. Your desires around time with family, how you want to communicate with your family. That's important to you, the people that you love in your life. Yeah, I feel like there's a few things going on here, Libra. There are a few things going on. So Spirit, what can you share with us for Libra, please? There's a few things here that are not quite within Libra's control, and it feels like there's a little stuckness here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for your guidance for Libra. Yeah, there's some elements here that there's some changing energies happening for you. We've got the chaos and conflict card coming out, and this is, again, it's this push-pull feeling. You know, the Fates card let us know that don't try to control other people or force them to be something, and don't try to control situations that are not within your control. And then we get the chaos and conflict, where there's a push-pull between within yourself as well. So you've got the sort of the outer covering of the giraffe and the inner of the zebra, and this idea that perhaps you're not feeling quite yourself, that you're having an inner conflict, things are not working out the way you'd like it to, and it's really bothering you, and you're not feeling completely that you can be yourself, which we can see with the Princess of Swords. She's a little bit stuck with how to express herself and her ideas, and the chaos and conflict is you're having trouble being yourself in your current situation, and it's really bothering you. So let's see what else is coming up in this particular card for you. So things are at a little bit of cross purposes with each other at the moment, and there's this tension of opposites happening for you. It also could be, you know, you wanting this, but you also want that, but the two of them aren't blending together. So you're kind of at a bit of a mix here. The beauty in experiencing chaos, the positives in experiencing chaos, is that at some point it forces us to get clarity and to understand our situation, and perhaps it pushes us to the point of making changes in order to get clarity. It's also about being willing to face the storm when we don't feel in control of things. And I feel at the moment you are not feeling in control of matters in your life, and it's upsetting you. So it may be that the stretch here for you is to actually go through the storm and feel what you need to feel, and recognize that there's not everything about this storm that you're going through that you can control, and that you're better served by just going through the process for the moment, and seeing how things play out. It's probably even a good idea to step away from the fray for a little bit and not be too eager to be antagonistic or to fight at the minute. It may be better that you take the approach of trying to understand rather than be understood. In terms of relationships with other people, it's you are feeling a little bit stubborn, and this is also causing some chaos and conflict at the moment with someone in your life. So you've got to let go of the need to be right and to have your point of view all the time. This may be an opportunity for you to sort of really learn a little bit more about your own values and your own sense of self and what's important to you, Libra. It's not always necessary to fight about every situation, and we've got to learn to find ways through the storms of our emotions as well, so that we can get to a place of higher ground and seeing the bigger picture of things. Soon you'll find that the storm will pass and the air will clear, and things will be clearer for you. And so use this time constructively, Libra. Okay. Let's see what else is coming out for you, Libra, from the Wisdom of Oracle deck. It is also time, so if you have a tendency to be stubborn and want to assert your control, Spirit is really saying this is a moment to be able to really understand the skill of giving and receiving, of creating that balance and that equal exchange between you and others, and recognizing that energy and that approach is going to give you a better situation where you can benefit from what the other person is able to offer you, and you can equally give something that you're very skilled at doing. But it does, generally speaking, it's talking to the idea of equal exchange of giving and receiving. So if this is a little bit of a challenge for you, this may be worth you reconsidering that instead of you being demanding, that you give a little bit more, you be a little bit more receptive. Or if it's the opposite of that, where you give too much, then maybe you pull back a little bit and you ask for what it is that you're wanting or needing. So it can go both ways, of course. Yeah, so it may also be, as we were saying before, stepping back away from the fray. It's a really good time to be able to use this opportunity to see the bigger picture of things, to use your imagination, to connect in with Spirit as well, to see what things are from a big picture point of view, and to also use this time to imagine how you'd like things to be in your life. Instead of insisting on everything happening the way you want it, use some time to imagine other possibilities. If things are out of your control, what is within your control? What is it that you can imagine and create for yourself in your life? We can only manifest what it is that we can imagine. And if we don't visualize what it is that we want in life and put those intentions out, we can't manifest that. Beautiful. All right, so thank you, Spirit. We'll pull some cards from the Angel Tarot deck. Yes, it is time to let go. It is time to release. There is the end of a phase or a situation here for you, which I think you probably know anyway. If it hasn't happened already, you're going through that process now and you're realizing it's time to move on. So there's an area in your life or a focus in your life where you've been trying to push something and it's not working out, and you're getting frustrated and it's out of your control, you're stressing out over things. It's time to let it go. It's time to move on. It's time to step away from that inner conflict as well as that external conflict with others, and to really, realise that you've just got to let this situation go. Sometimes we just need to let things unfold naturally rather than to force situations, And it's all about coming back to balance in your life. You need to take a more balanced and moderate approach in your life, Libra. It is about having the approach of cooperation and compromise, and recognising sometimes we've just got to be patient with divine timing. That everything is not within our own timing, that sometimes we need to step back and recognise that things need to play out as they're meant to. The fates, remember, that it's not all about us and all about what it is that we want to have in our timing. There is a divine timing here, which takes into account the timing of other people, the timing of circumstances, as well as nature. So all of those things combined. You're going through quite a significant life experience, a change in your life at the moment. You're having some powerful insights and revelations, and these are leading to change. These insights and revelations are leading to you coming to some realizations and making some changes in your life. And it's time. It's time. But it's also an opportunity for you to now step into your fuller self, step into your potential, and to spread your wings. And this is what you're probably unconsciously wanting to do. That zebra in you, the real you wants to bust out of this conflict and this tension, and to shed this whole notion that things are not working, and that when you're trying to make things work and they're not working, when we know that we don't have flow in our life and we don't have balance, you realise that something's got to shift. And we can't maintain a situation that is not in balance for too long. Eventually, the universe will create a shift in order to restore balance. And this is what you're discovering, Libra, whether it's within yourself or whether it's in situations around you, that it's time to create balance in your life. And things are changing, and things are changing usually for the better. There's a reason, there's a purpose behind all of these things. You're having these very powerful revelations, and now it's time to go, you know what, I'm letting these things go. It is time to move on and to spread your wings and go do your thing, Libra. Go do your thing. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Libra at this time. We appreciate your love and support and the wisdom of your guidance. Yeah, so some of the decisions that you're realising and having revelations about is to do with a partnership that you're in. We've got the Lovers card here, and it's on the card here it says carefully weigh your decisions. So whatever is coming up for you, if there are tensions and struggles here and things are not quite working in the way that you imagined it would, it is time to review that, and it may be that you need to release out of the situation, end of a phase or situation in your life, in order to recreate balance back in your life and within yourself. So just remember, this Chaos and Conflict card is also about you being at cross purposes with yourself. And if you don't have balance within yourself, you won't be able to sustain that for long. Spirit is saying you're definitely going through this change, and the realizations that you're having are most likely to do with the situation with the Lovers here, the Lovers card. Carefully weighing up your decisions is the guidance you're being given here. And always at the end of the day, you've got to make choices that are good for your health and well-being, and that's the guidance that Spirit is giving you here. Make decisions that are best for your health and well-being, Libra. All right, let's see what else, and then we'll close the reading. That was a bit clumsy, wasn't it? So we have here. So Spirit is saying, keep in mind there is a better choice for you. You're not seeing things clearly at the moment, and you have been having a tendency to run away from the truth. Okay, so we've got the, what's it, Seven of Winter. You've not been facing the reality of your situation, Libra, and it's time to make a better choice. So this kind of fits in here with this all of these awarenesses that you're having and the changes that are going on. Spirit is saying there is something better for you. It's time for you to let go so that you can see clearly, and to also to face what needs to be faced, you know, the truth, so that you can regain balance in your life and moderation in your life. Yes, it's interesting. You're going through a period of time of reminiscing and thinking of your child and thinking about memories of the past, maybe family, connections with family, maybe connections with your childhood. You're also having memories of things where your memories are perhaps a little bit different to someone else's memories. Better or worse, it doesn't matter. And it's interesting how this comes up because, you know, things can happen in life where we can have the same event or the same situation. Two people can be in the same scene but have a different meaning or interpretation, and therefore a different memory around the situation. So it's interesting. I guess this is just an awareness. Be mindful of your thoughts and your memories. Are you over romanticizing something in your mind, Libra? Maybe not. It may be pleasant. Does it represent reality for you? Is it helpful to you to have these memories? What are the memories telling you about yourself, Libra? What do you need to know when you have these memories? What is real and what isn't real? Remember, we've just had the Seven of Winter card that says running away from the truth. So what elements of your memories and experiences are illusion, things that you've fantasized about, and what things are real? It's just a self-check-in, that's all. That's just part of the process of getting clear. Yeah, we've got again, for the second time, the release card. Let go of the past, Libra. An ending makes way for new opportunities. It's time to move on. So that's come out twice now, two different decks. It's time to take action, Libra. It's time to step into your Empress energy and use your power of creativity. You know, success is waiting for you. And I feel that this is just, you know, the universe is waiting for you to come to this realization that you've got to remove yourself from your current conflict situation, mental conflict within, external conflict, having to let go of the past, and the need to find a new balance for your life because things are changing, and there are choices for you to make now that are going to improve your situation. So now you're reaching a point in time now. It's time to step into your creativity, step into that place where you are really doing things for you and valuing you and desiring a better life, away from what has been difficult and challenging, and now you're ready to move on from. So that's adopting that beautiful Empress energy, coming back to nurturing yourself, having a more compassionate view of yourself and putting yourself first in many ways, in terms of nurturing yourself. And of course that always has the benefit of you expressing your love towards other people as well. So why don't we wrap up the reading now with a message from the Spirit Messages Oracle deck here. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Libra. Keeping in mind, time is fluid here. This may sort of, you know, bleed over into the, well, that's not a good word to use. It may sort of blend over to the next week. Certainly you're having quite big awarenesses at the moment, but I would encourage you to re-watch the readings so that you remember all of the beautiful advice and guidance given to you. Serenity. This is quite timely. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself, Libra. This is a time to honour, nurture and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday, from the past. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. Well, that's a really lovely way to be able to finish your reading, Libra. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Rewatch the video so you can remember the beautiful guidance that's being shared with you. Look after yourself, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.